Hey everybody, Gina Mizell here alongside Danny Moran. It is Tuesday on a chilly day at Oregon State practice. It finally feels like fall or maybe winter out here, yeah. But of course Oregon State is traveling on the road this weekend to face number 13 Utah in a huge game for the Beavers. And this was a defensive availability day, but the biggest newsy item I think was on the offensive side of the ball. Of course everybody saw Treston Decoud get carted off of the field in an ambulance, but Sean Harlow is out for the season now with a serious ankle injury. We saw some shuffling on the offensive line. Isaac Seumalo worked some at left tackle. Will Hopkins worked some at left tackle. So that seems to be now a position group that's obviously in flux, losing one of its biggest pieces.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mash unit all around. I mean, you know, with the secondary too, it's a lot of moving pieces. You initially lose Larry Scott to a sprained ankle, and then Treston Decoud last week, and then obviously Harlow. Even though Decoud looked like maybe the more serious injury because he was taken off in an ambulance. Obviously, you know, when he got rolled up on that foot, done for the year. So, yeah, it's going to be tough going up against Utah. I mean, Colorado, like as we talked about last week, looked like maybe their most winnable game. Now going at Utah, which is known as one of the toughest places to play, shuffling things around on the offensive line against a team that just lost its undefeated season, so they're going to have energy coming back. It's going to be a tough challenge for the Beavers. Yeah,
and Gary Anderson didn't sugarcoat it. He said this is the best defensive line that we've faced all season long. So you lose your left tackle, potentially lose your left guard. Fred Lauina did not practice, at least during the portion we were able to watch today. That's obviously a big thing to watch going into the game. Now, this of course was a defensive availability day because it's Tuesday, and you talked to a lot of guys just about they give up 17 points against Colorado. They gave up no points in the second half against Washington State. What's changed for this unit? Because it was really, really bad at the start of Pac-12 play, right, and now it seems to have gotten considerably better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we'll ever get a straight answer out of why things looked so bad out of the gate against Washington State and Arizona, but I know talking to Dwayne Williams today, one of the Oregon State cornerbacks, he said the way Kalani Sitake was so measured in the locker room after the first half against Washington State, they're down 45-17, so there wasn't a lot of screaming and yelling. It was just kind of calmer demeanor, get back to the basics. And people watch the drive. I think you saw a little bit of that with Gary Anderson too. I mean, there wasn't a lot of cursing and screaming. It was almost like, okay, this is as bad as it could have gotten. And since then you've seen a lot, more consistent play. Obviously, the challenge will now be against Utah and guys like Devontae Booker, who's a Heisman candidate. Can it translate? That's what we're about to find out on Saturday.
Yeah, an interesting note is Gary Anderson said that USC does a lot of things defensively that Oregon State tries to do. So obviously USC had lots of success against Oregon State's or against Utah's offense, especially Travis Wilson picking him off 4 times. So we'll see if any of that translates on Saturday. But of course that we can't close without talking about the subplot of Gary Anderson, of course, is going back to Utah, and of course Kalani Sitake is going back to the school that he coached at just one year ago. So it's a little bit of a homecoming, and Sitake kind of echoed Anderson and said, hey, this is about the players, it's about the kids. But certainly there's an extra layer of intrigue and an extra layer of perhaps knowing guys.
Yeah, no, and particularly, I mean, Utah, we talked about the motivation they're going to have coming out because of that loss to USC, and even if for the players that might have a good relationship with Kalani Sitake, or Eliza Tuiaki is another one who was just over there last year, the motivation is going to, they're going to want to beat them. More maybe than usual. It's like you want to beat your friends, or people you're close with even more than the people you don't know. So just another layer of intrigue and maybe another element of a challenge for the Beavers. But given that too, I mean, Kalani Sitake knows what it's like to play at Bryce Eccles, which is, as we've talked about, one of the hardest venues to play at. So maybe he can share some tips, some secrets to get ready for that environment more so than somebody else.
Right, and he was obviously very complimentary of Kyle Whittingham, much like Gary Anderson was, about just the influence that he's had on his career. So again, lots of connections as we head into this football game. But we will of course be back here on Wednesday for an offensive availability day. Quarterbacks might be a topic again, shockingly enough. But until then, keep reading all of our stuff on OregonLive.com and in the Oregonian every single day. So for Danny Moran, I am Gina Mizell. We will catch you next time from Corvallis.